So, this right here is the Greenwood Park Mall shooting hoax. And this news segment is basically telling you that nothing ain't really happened. It was a drill, it was fake.
Garrett, thank you very much. Turning out to ITMA today, the Greenwood Park Mall opened to the public less than 48 hours after 3 people were murdered in the food court. ITMA's Richard Essex went through the mall today, and he's live tonight in Greenwood with that story. Richard.
Well, the mall doors were open by 11 o'clock this morning, and I was surprised at how many people were here. I walked through the mall to get a sense of the mood of the people that were inside, and what I found were a lot of anxious employees and retailers that are open for business.
It's still scary, but it's scary anywhere.
Just before 11 this morning, the Greenwood Park Mall parking lot had plenty of people. The mall owners do not allow us to openly videotape inside the mall. When I walked into the mall, I had expected to see stores closed, windows boarded up, and police crime scene tape in the food court area. What I found was a handful of stores had not opened for the day. The big box retail stores like Dick's Sporting Goods and Von Maur and JCPenney were open. The main entrance to the mall leads into a long hallway that intersects with others. At that intersection, you can see the food court off to the right. It is at that point you begin to smell the offerings of the mall food vendors. I expected to find all the restaurants closed and mall security guarding the area to keep people away. What I found was the opposite. The pizza place, Subway, Chick-fil-A, and all of the other restaurants were open for business. There are no signs that 34 bullets were fired inside of this space less than 48 hours ago. I could not find one bullet hole in any of the walls or the ceiling. There are some cracks in the floor tile, but it's hard to tell if a bullet or years of use caused the cracks.
See? Exactly. No signs of any shooting, bullet holes, or anything of that nature can be found. Exactly. Because nothing happened.
The restroom where the suspect hid a backpack with another rifle and ammo and tried to dispose of his phone is open. Coming back outside into the sunshine and heat, the parking lot was active and people making their way into the mall. Nancy Rowland of Greenwood says that she's a little anxious coming back in.
You just can't live your life in fear.
The only obvious sign of violence that I could find was a collection of teddy bears and flowers that had been placed outside of the entrance to the food court back behind Dick's Sporting Goods. Now, one of the employees in one of the stores inside told me that security has more than doubled since Sunday. In Greenwood, Richard Essex, Wish TV, IT.
We all know answering the call is part of a job description for a police officer, but what was it like in the moment for the Greenwood police officer who ran in with an active shooter inside? For Officer Chris Reed, it came without hesitation, running toward the danger while shoppers ran away to find safety. A member of the Greenwood Police Department for over 10 years and a SWAT member. His training kicked in.
We had trained for an active shooter at the mall in the food court. It was exactly like the training.
So you mean to tell me they trained for an active shooter drill in that exact very mall for that exact scenario, and then it happened exactly like the training? If you believe that, you are beyond dumb.
Officer Reed didn't know at the time that the shooter was already neutralized. He says there isn't time in an instance like that to react emotionally, and says it took time after the incident to fully grasp what had happened. Now, he's remembering what he saw the moment he went into the mall.
Blood. Victims laying on the floor. Some of them not moving.